Payday 3 kind of came out and it was instantly forgot about, so this is going to be kind of my initial review of the game. Now, I'm recording this intro before I play, but I'll be playing with my friend Seven, and this is kind of going to be like an hour, maybe 2-3 hour gameplay session that I'm going to chop up and kind of give you my pros and cons compared to Payday 2.
Look, I'm gonna look at this game objectively. I'm a massive Payday 2 fan, and Payday 3 has a lot of positives and a lot of negatives. So let's start off with the positives, because no one really likes starting on a negative note. The first positive I like to say is the gameplay improvement. It is definitely a lot more fluid than Payday 2, and that's in part to do with the engine. We're finally on an actual shooting engine instead of a racing engine. If you know, you know. The weapon customization system is a lot better. Granted, I don't know if I love having to level up my weapons, but I do like the having to use a weapon and not being able just to instantly mod it out and relying on random mod attachments to modify my weapon. And I do like the skill rework. I think it's a little more intuitive than the Payday 2 system. However, I don't feel as specialized as I did in Payday 2, so that's kind of on both ends. And the stealth improvements are really, really good. As much as I don't like playing stealth inside of Payday a lot of times, it is a really nice change to see stealth improvements as we've seen. Now, the cons of this game, or the negatives, there's not a lot of content, and that's going to be the big thing, is that there's not a lot to do in this game still. I mean, it feels beautiful, it's beautiful looking, it feels so good, the gunplay's smooth. But we have nothing to do in the game without repeating. The fact that we got DLC within the first 10 months is not unnormal for Payday, but it's unnormal for a game that came out with only 6-7 base missions, and we've only got one free content update since. The armor system is interesting. I don't know if I exactly love it or hate it. I kind of wish that we were kind of back to the Payday 2 system versus a Warzone style plating system. The overall matchmaking is kind of iffy, but I think that's due to low player count because this game kind of came and went immediately. And I think the last big con that I'll say is that mission variety is lacking due to lack of content, but even within the missions themselves, it feels like very similar objectives. There was 3 missions in particular that all felt like the exact same order of events. And the missions do go way longer than Payday 2 missions. Like, every single mission feels the length of a massive heist from Payday 2. Now, I know this is the caveat that there's no day 2s or day 3s in jobs anymore, but it just feels like a long, drawn-out experience every single time. So should you try Payday 3? I think if you have Game Pass, it's free, you might as well try it out. But if you're thinking about actually picking it up, I have to give you a little bit of hesitancy. If you're like me and a massive fan of the Payday series, you'll enjoy it, but you'll probably be disappointed by the lack of overall content. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely not and 10 being absolutely you have to, if you have Game Pass, I put it in like the 6 to 7 category. And if you don't, I put it in the 3 to 4 category.